beautiful earthy blend. It's a fantastic wine. But I have a surprise for you guys. Just like The Bachelor, I will not be drinking Sutter home tonight. I will be shaking it up because there are no rules this season.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my
Introduce
God.
a new segment.
I'm drinking a beer.
What?
Yep. Things are getting weird.
Just because... I don't like that there's no rules this season. Everything's confusing. In fact, the no rules this season is bleeding right into my wardrobe. I'm not matching nothing. This tie doesn't match this jacket. The tie's actually too long, but you can't see that behind the table.
What's the
But
show
you
about
did
again?
just show them.
I think it's a show about The Bachelor.
Right.
We should talk about it, even though at this point it might as well be called The Chadchiller, but we're not going to talk about Chad. We're not going to do what ABC did, and we're going to do what ABC did because we're going to make you wait. They made us wait 2 nights for the dramatic conclusion because they're a bunch of sadists. The ABC sadists back to screw us, so we're going to screw you. We made you wait a couple extra days, and we're going to make you wait for Chad. But there's a lot of other fun stuff to talk about.
Chad will come at the end of the episode.
He's gonna.
So if you're listening,
Spoiler alert.
or possibly the next episode, depending on how long this is, we might be breaking it up into 2.
Maybe
just letting you know now if you were listening and have no idea what's going on.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There might be a part 2 because we're going to be the sadists. It's our just desserts. Glug, 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 glug.
Just like this lovely dessert wine that Casey put in the dirt.
And this beer.
Yum, 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 yum. Anyways, The Bachelor. It was a great... It's been awesome.
Ben?
The show's been awesome. No. The Bachelorette.
Oh, okay.
JoJo.
Jojo.
Oh, what a gal. It's been a crazy, crazy season so far. Obviously, a lot of it having to do with Chad, but there's been a lot of fun. Let's talk one-on-ones from this week. There was a lot of great one-on-ones because we had 2 weeks of one-on-ones. We had Chase with the sexy yoga date. How'd you feel about that, Casey?
Look, I'm just saying, you guys gave me so much flack for my pick, and Chase is the man. He got his jib jab going. What was it called? Jib
no, it's called like Joyba.
Whatever he did,
I think it was
he did
called,
it. He embraced it.
Sex.
It was called
it was
yoga,
close.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Oh,
if you
sorry.
remember what the yoga practice they did was called, tweet us at the Batch Boys, at Batch Boys, not at the Batch Boys. That's our Instagram.
No, but here's the thing. I'm really proud of my boy Chase because he did what The Bachelor encourages you to do, and that's, when you're thrust into an uncomfortable, awkward situation with someone you've barely known for like a week and made to sit on their lap like you're having sex, as Daniel B pointed out.
Intercourse.
Yeah. You'd have to just, have fun with it, put a smile on, enjoy your time with JoJo because you don't get much, and he did that, and I love the guy.
Okay, just because it was your pick and you thought the date went well, it's easy for a date to go well when you're just breathing heavily into each other's mouths.
Look, it was hot. Literally, figuratively, it was hot.
It was 110, just like the clock pointed to 100. It was 110. Mm-hmm.
Clock pointed to 100?
It's clear. Yeah, he's like, it's like 110 degrees in here, and it just shows 100 degrees.
Oh yeah. Like, well, hey, Chase, you actually don't know what you're talking about, dude.
No, it's perfect. The date required no talking.
With math, but he's a good-looking man, and I like him.
He has no definitive features. Not like, and I don't even know what you're talking about picks, because what did we pick, winners or something? I didn't do that. I didn't pick winners. I picked the winner last year, Lauren B. Remember how they are in love? Lauren B. and Ben? Who's Christian?
It's okay. You're officially a has-been champion, Ryan.
Thank you, Natasha.
Look, you can't
Sorry.
always be right.
Real.
No. You can't always be right, guys. And honestly, I think it's a victory for me that I can admit defeat with dignity, even though I don't admit defeat, because I think Christian was right for JoJo, and I think Christian was the best guy on the show. Christian, if you're watching, you're still the number 1 man. You should be the next Bachelor. I still like you a lot. If you want to come hang out in a bathtub with me, I wouldn't judge you.
Ryan, you have to let him go.
Christian, please come on the show and talk to us. What went wrong? What went wrong, Christian?
That's right. So for all you people who might be first-time listeners, we like to pick people who we think are going to win. Ryan, in fact, called the winner last year from episode 1, and this year he picked Christian. So incidentally, you went home after week 3. Congrats.
He was so good to his brothers. Why didn't JoJo see that? He made him breakfast.
Christian lost. No one cares. I have a question. Natasha, who's your pick for this season?
Ooh, okay. I was wondering if you guys would ask me that.
Yeah.
So my pick has to be the country singer,
James Taylor?
James Taylor.
Oh, wait.
Whoa.
You are allowing double picks with guests. We never discussed this beforehand.
A guest can double pick.
Okay.
Yeah. James Taylor is my guy, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but their one-on-one date looked so fun. I mean, they danced the night away. He made her laugh.
He made her cry.
He made her laugh. Yeah, and he's made her cry multiple times. And he sang to her, like, with this beautiful landscape.
But my question
Winner.
is, do you see him as being more than a friend for her? Because that's where I'm coming from. I don't know that I see that.
That was my hesitation, but I think that the best relationships grow out of friendships. So, I mean, I think he kind of has got it in the bag.
So you're saying if they tried to start a very small Bachelor podcast, do you think they'd go the distance?
Yeah, I definitely think that they would.
Here's
Big
the thing
words.
about James Taylor. I didn't like him going into that date, but I like him after that date because he opened up about, he had ugly duckling syndrome, something I can relate to. Guys, I wasn't this attractive at one point in my life. Can you believe it?
Can't.
Yeah,
Not for 1 minute.
Not for 1 minute. But guess what? I was a short little chubby kid. Check out the pics on Facebook. Actually, I deleted them all. I'm really insecure about it. Anyways, I empathize with James T in that moment.
Well, you do bring up an interesting point. Is that like usually on The Bachelor, anyone who like attacks themselves and like makes fun of themselves, kind of like Wells does, like a little too much, ends up looking bad in front of the Bachelorette or the Bachelor, and it ends up hurting them. For him, it's the first time I've ever seen it actually help.
No, because he wasn't self-deprecating. He was talking about how that experience made him stronger and made him like gave him humility and like a sense of humor about himself and others. That was the difference. Like Wells was just like, I can't breathe. Like, date me.
You mean how it gave him the courage to go up to an old woman and ask her to dance? Is that like all that you mean? Like,
that takes the most courage. It's one thing to ask a woman your age to dance.
A woman your age or a fine aged glass of wine such as Jean Willows back at the dance studio.
is her name actually Jean Willows?
I don't know.
That's
Jean
exactly what I'm
Willows.
saying. Like,
Jean Willows.
she's been around the block. She's had a number of dance partners in her life. You're taking a big risk dancing with her because she's probably danced with the best.
Can we get Jean
But he
Willows
had
on
the
the show?
courage. He had the courage to go up to her. He wasn't a dancer, and that's so important in a guy. Like, if you're not good at something and you try just to make your girl happy, brownie points.
So much insight on the show.
love
I know.
this.
I mean, I told you, Jake C, watch out.
Seriously.
Ooh.
Seriously.
She literally did take over like as the James Taylor supporter and like has been slightly more eloquent. Sorry, Jake.
Maybe Natasha is a psychology major.
Maybe it was.
You've been one-upped, Jake C.
And
never
Jean
come
Willows,
back.
if you're out there, thanks.
Does she live
Thanks
in
for
Los
being
Angeles?
great. Yes, she does. Let's get her on the show.
Jean
That would
Willows.
be awesome.
Yeah. Has she been on the internet? There's no way Jean Willows is on the internet.
Jean Willows is definitely a fan of the Batch Boys.
See-
100%.
You know what I would like to see? A show where they take Jean Willows, put her in a mansion with 26 young
God.
dancers.
Dancing Amongst the Willows, the hot new
Oh
show
my
from
God.
ABC.
And like every week they like fly them to like Paris to dance or then like to South America to dance.
That
And there's-
sounds great.
That's awesome.
ABC, do us a favor.
Yeah, you sadists.
Let us make you millions of dollars.
We
Dancing in the Willows.
We'll-
Gotta happen.
will host.
We will. We'll be like the 4 judges. We'll be the 4 Chris Harrisons.
Ooh, yeah.
Natasha can be the somewhat
No,
confused
Natasha
portion
will
of
host.
Chris Harrison's masculinity.
Natasha will
Nonetheless.
host, and we'll the original Batch Boys. If we decide to let you back,
He comes back from college.
be a judge.
Once his scholarship money runs out.
Yeah, because it's going to. Because God knows that guy doesn't uphold any of the academic standards that the school
Clearly.
allows or demands.
What if he's just off gallivanting with Jean Willows somewhere?
Oh my goodness, that would be tragic.
Dancing the
Wow.
night away.
Gene, if you've stolen Jake, you are no longer a member of the Batch Boys Nation. I will find you. I will come to your house, Gene.
Gene, you think this is just a show?
This ends, Gene.
This ends in
like
about 40 minutes.
We're going to find you, Gene. Anyways, I also meant from a girl's perspective, what did you think of the sexy yoga date? Was it weird?
Oh my God. It was so uncomfortable. If I was on that date, I would be mortified. I actually couldn't watch it. I had to like kind of fast forward. It
But
was
your
so
mind's
uncomfortable.
eye?
No, just none of that at all. For a first date, like it was terrible and
But
so
namaste.
awkward. No, that's not the namaste I like to do. Like,
No, but like breathing.
We're all fans of
Yeah.
breathing here on The Batch
yeah,
Boys.
I love
Huge fans.
breathing. It's
This episode of the Batch Boys is sponsored by breathing.
And Sutter Home. And Jean Willow's Dance Academy for gifted youngsters. Right.
yeah, definitely appreciated James Taylor's date much more than what's his name, Chase.
Well, how about Luke, who I hate.
Who you mean?
Oh, are you kidding? You hate him?
How do you
don't-
hate Luke?
He's awesome.
He's boring.
Dude, he's the Ryan Gosling of this show.
He's got
He totally
he's-
is.
Yeah.
He's dead inside.
Ryan.
He's like,
Ryan, you shouldn't hate a man just because he's been through things.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
okay,
That was
he
actually
has
spot on, Casey.
he has seen his like best friend and older brother figure die in action.
I
But-
saw him like pull a little Polaroid of the brothers he's lost at war out of his forehead crinkles. Toward the end of the episode, he's just like, Joe, I miss you. That's why I'm here for Joe.
That's not funny. He's a
It's kinda
war
funny.
hero. Well, I don't know.
He might
just
not have been a hero.
Yeah, he's just a veteran. But whoa,
We support the troops.
Here's the crazy thing, though.
just a veteran.
He's just a veteran.
He's a hero. He's a hero. He's a hero. But he's boring. He's a boring hero, and he's like, again, he's a caviar Chris Soules, but somehow more boring, more attractive, but more boring. And he's like, Jojo, I really feel a lot of stuff for you. I didn't even write down notes from his episode or from his date.
Wow, his date was kind of on par with James Taylor's for mine. I thought it was amazing.
You like the chopping lugs for the the lugs for the wildfire tube?
It was it was more so their dinner date than the hot tub. That was actually
where
awesome.
he touched her butt.
Yes.
Oh
Best
my
part.
gosh, so hard. And ABC zoomed in.
Guys, right? Yeah, but yeah.
Butt touch.
Why do you like Luke?
Oh my gosh.
Is he your man
because
crush
Still
forever?
waters run deep, Natasha. Still waters
Oh
run
my God.
deep.
The man's a walking contradiction. He literally said out loud, he was like, in my time, I just learned that I can't be connected to my emotions. I learned that emotions are bad, but I'm feeling very emotional. He's such a pervert. And
That's true.
A pervert?
No, he's not perfect.
I don't know. A pervert to me is like a man who looks at a woman and like shows nothing, because God knows what he's thinking.
Wow.
I think I just made that up right now, but I feel like that's accurate.
Look, he's not a pervert. He's just a veteran.
He said that's not a Batch Boys bit. Hashtag just a veteran. It's a Batch Boys bit
Oh my
now.
god.
It's just a gag, y'all, as Luke would say, because he's from the South. Anyway, I don't know. He said something about, he literally said out loud, he was like, well, I'm sitting here looking in your eyes and whatever. And I was like, dude, and whatever? Like, come on.
Dude, no, he also, the rest of that sentence is my favorite part because he's just like, I sit here looking in your eyes and I can see that I might be with you for a long time. And it's like, yeah, that's how a relationship works. Thanks, Luke. Like,
I feel like all the guys say that though. They're like, I think I may be falling in love with you. I think I could see the rest of my life with you. It's like, okay,
Good.
that's why you signed up for this show. Well, so what
at
makes
some
you
point, I
special?
might like you. I'm not sure.
They're not any different than any normal thirsty 30-year-old in that regard.
They're not thirsty. They get a lot of
Hashtag
booze.
thirsty 30s.
Hashtag thirsty 30s.
The best time to join the batch. That's great.
She's
Your
the best
thirsty
Yeah.
30s?
guest host we've ever had.
Wow.
Natasha,
And the only, so.
yes.
Number one and last place.
You're wow, that's a trippy reality. You're welcome back anytime, Natasha.
Thank
we
you,
love
Ryan
you.
S.
And Natasha M. And so that was great. I don't know. Luke's kind of a pervert, but there were some fun group dates.
But wait, before. Okay, sorry.
Well, then what you
I
want
just
more
wanted
point?
to get. To close it out. I thought Luke is a still waters run deep kind of guy, but that's my perspective because I
Pervert.
love Ryan Gosling in Drive. When he stole my heart, he was a still waters run deep kind of guy.
That's a
He
character.
killed like 7 people.
a murderer. Well, so is Luke.
You're telling me
probably.
that wasn't a documentary?
Luke has probably killed
No,
a bunch
he's not
of
a
people.
murderer. He's just a veteran.
just a veteran.
But before we moved on, I just wanted to see, Natasha, if you agree or disagree. Do you think he's kind of boring, or do you think he's sexy and mysterious?
I definitely think he has like the mysterious